Tonight, we pierce the veil between our world and the next. We witness a mother's voice calling from a watery grave to save her child, and a survivalist's desperate stand against a tornado within a primitive hut. From aggressive spirits in historic inns to ghostly children caught on city CCTV, we explore 8 encounters that defy every law of logic. Brace yourselves. These are the moments that prove we are never truly alone. 1. The Miracle at Spanish Fork River. On March 6, 2015, Jennifer Grosbeck was driving home in Utah with her 18-month-old daughter Lily when her SUV careened off a bridge and flipped into the icy Spanish Fork River. Jennifer died instantly, but Lily remained strapped in her car seat, suspended just above the freezing water in a small pocket of air. 14 hours passed before a fisherman spotted the wreckage. When 4 first responders arrived, they all distinctly heard a clear, adult female voice pleading, "Help me! Help us!" from inside the car. Driven by the voice, they worked frantically to right the vehicle, only to find Jennifer had been deceased for nearly half a day. Lily was unconscious, but alive. Strangely, when the officers reviewed their body camera footage later, the plea for help was missing. Only the sound of the rushing river remained. Jennifer's family believes her spirit stayed behind just long enough to summon help for her child.
Yes! Hello! Oh God, there's a baby. God. Oh, fuck.
2. The Lamb House Seance. Paranormal investigator James White, known for hosting seances in haunted Canadian landmarks, brought a group to the historic Lamb House in Toronto. Built in 1860, the inn is a hot spot for reported activity. During a session where the group sat in a circle holding hands, White began asking if a malevolent entity was present. Suddenly, a participant was forcefully yanked backward out of his chair with such violence that the human chain was broken. The man described the sensation as 2 heavy, aggressive hands grabbing his shoulders and pulling him toward a mirror. Footage shows him flying backward as if tackled, despite no one standing behind him. The group was so shaken by the physical aggression of the unseen force that the investigation was immediately halted. 3. The Sentient Elmo and the Basement Entity. A mother named Ray purchased a large Elmo balloon for her son Andrew, only to notice it behaving with terrifying autonomy. The balloon would navigate corners and float toward the basement door, a part of the house the family dogs refused to enter due to an unexplained localized chill. Ray began filming the balloon's mind of its own, but the mystery took a dark turn when she caught something else on camera. In a slowed-down clip, as the balloon hovers near the basement entrance, a pale, strangely shaped face with dark eyes can be seen peeking around the doorframe. As soon as Ray's light hits the area, the figure retreats into the darkness. Ray claimed her son's attachment to the balloon kept it in the house, despite the chilling visual evidence of an entity manipulating it. 4. The Ghostly Trio of Mexico City. In Mexico City, police responded to a report of banging and children's voices coming from an apartment while the tenant was out of town. The officers performed a full sweep and found the residence empty and locked from the inside. However, while the police were still on site, a street-level CCTV camera was focused on the apartment windows. The footage captured the ghostly figures of 3 children standing side by side, looking down at the police cruisers as the officers exited the building. A longtime security guard claimed that this phenomenon occurs every 10 years like clockwork, despite the fact that no children have ever lived in that specific unit. To this day, the anniversary ghosts of the apartment remain an unsolved local legend. 5. The Survival Hut Shelter. YouTuber Tyson Pierce was in the middle of building a Viking turf house in the remote wilderness of Ontario when a sudden tornado warning flashed on his phone. With no time to reach their vehicle, Tyson and his team hunkered down inside the half-finished earth shelter. The footage is a raw display of nature's fury. The sky turns purple as century-old trees snap like toothpicks and are uprooted just feet from the entrance. The men can be heard praying and shouting as the ground vibrates from the impacts of falling timber. When the storm passed, the forest was flattened, but the turf house, built with heavy logs and sod, remained perfectly intact. Tyson credits the ancient structural design of the hut with saving their lives from the devastating derecho.
Tornado! Stay low! Stay low! Stay low! Stay low! Stay! Stay! Stay!
6. The Ranch Cemetery. A woman named Britt, living on a remote mountain ranch, began documenting her animals' bizarre behavior around a small private cemetery on her property. Her dog would growl at empty closets, and her horses would stand in a trance-like state staring at the gravestones. Most unsettlingly, the neighbors' cows began breaking through fences every night just to freeze in a circle around the graves. The haunting escalated when Britt ordered food. While speaking to the delivery driver, an alarm went off inside. As she walked back in, an unseen force grabbed and yanked her shirt, causing her to drop her food in terror. Britt was so traumatized by the physical contact that she abandoned the house and spent the following nights in an RV parked far from the cemetery.
Josie.
Seven. The Wall Walker of Guadalajara. At the Theodela Plaza in Guadalajara, Mexico, workers and shoppers have long claimed to see a ghost boy playing in the halls after hours. Security footage captured the boy running through a back hallway toward a dead end. Instead of stopping, the child appeared to pass directly through a locked door, vanishing instantly. A security guard was dispatched to search the room, but it was empty. However, as the guard looked around, viewers watching the monitor saw the boy's head manifest high up on the wall, peeking out from the masonry right above the man's head. The child seemed to be observing the guard from within the solid structure of the building before receding back into the wall. Eight. The Invisible Roommate. Jeanette was filming a dance routine in her new apartment when she noticed a man lurking in the corner. As she fled in a panic, her front door swung open on its own just before she reached it, which she interpreted as a divine intervention to help her escape. The police found no intruder, but the activity persisted. A friend later claimed to see a man standing in the bedroom who vanished into thin air. The most famous clip from Jeanette's haunting shows her bedroom mattress clearly depressing under the weight of an invisible figure, as if someone had just sat down beside her. When she moved away, the imprint slowly rose back up. Jeanette remains terrified, claiming multiple spirits inhabit the unit, some protective and others malevolent.
Please don't go, my apartment.
From the silent corridors of abandoned schools to the crushing weight of an invisible entity sitting upon a bed, these accounts leave us with one haunting question. What remains when the lights go out? Was it a guardian spirit in the river, or something far more predatory in the basement? Share your theories in the comments below. If you value your sleep, don't look behind you. Like, subscribe, and stay vigilant.